Parenting is a full-time job, right? Now, imagine doing it all on your own. That was David's reality. Ever since his wife passed away, his world had become a whirlwind of school runs, burnt dinners, and endless laundry. His daughter, Lily, a bundle of sunshine with her mother's eyes, was the center of his universe, but keeping that universe from collapsing was taking every ounce of his energy. He was drowning, and he didn't even realize how badly he needed a life raft. Enter Sarah. She was his late wife's best friend, a constant, comforting presence in their lives. When David's kitchen looked like a disaster zone, Sarah would magically appear with takeout and a smile. When Lily had a fever in the middle of the night, Sarah was the calm voice on the phone, talking him through it. She'd bring groceries, help Lily with her homework, and even managed to fix the leaky faucet David had been ignoring for weeks. To David, she was a guardian angel, a superhero in a cardigan. He was so grateful, so incredibly thankful for her help. He just didn't see what was right in front of him. For Sarah, it was more than just helping out. It was love, a quiet, patient love that had grown in the shared grief and late-night conversations. She saw the incredible father David was, the kind and gentle man struggling beneath the weight of his world. She loved the way his eyes lit up when Lily laughed, the way he'd absent-mindedly hum old rock songs while washing dishes. She'd drop hints, little breadcrumbs of affection she hoped he'd follow. She'd compliment his new haircut, her hand lingering on his arm just a second too long. She'd make his favorite meal and watch him, her heart doing a little flip when he'd say, "You know me so well." But David, lost in his fog of exhaustion and responsibility, was completely oblivious. Her hints were like whispers in a hurricane, lost before they could ever reach him. One particularly rough Tuesday, everything came to a head. The day had been a comedy of errors. David overslept, Lily missed the school bus, a major project at work hit a snag, and to top it all off, the washing machine decided to flood the laundry room. He was on his hands and knees, soaking up soapy water with a pile of old towels, when Sarah walked in. She took one look at the scene, at the sheer defeat on David's face, and her heart broke. She immediately grabbed some towels and started helping, her movements efficient and practiced. As they worked in silence, David finally spoke, his voice thick with exhaustion. "Sarah, I don't know what I'd do without you. You're the best friend anyone could ask for. You're like a sister to me." The word sister hung in the air, heavy and sharp. For Sarah, it was the final straw. All the patience, all the quiet hope she had been holding on to, just snapped. She stood up, her hands clenched at her sides, her eyes welling up with tears she refused to let fall. "A sister," she repeated, her voice trembling with a mix of hurt and frustration. "A sister, David. Is that really all you see?" David looked up, confused. He saw the tears glistening in her eyes, the tear, the tremor in her lip. "Sarah, what's wrong? Did I say something?" His confusion was so genuine, so innocent. It only fueled her frustration. She had spent months, years, pouring her heart out to him in a language he simply couldn't understand. She had to make him see. She had to make him hear. "What's wrong?" she cried, the tears finally spilling over and streaming down her face. "I'll tell you what's wrong. I'm here, David. I'm always here. I don't bring you dinner because I feel sorry for you. I don't fix your leaky faucet because I'm just a good friend. I do it because I love you, you idiot." Her voice cracked on the last word, the confession echoing in the damp laundry room. She was shouting, sobbing, her chest heaving with the force of it all. "I love you. I'm in love with you. And you're so busy being sad and tired that you can't even see it. You can't see me." The world stopped. The humming of the refrigerator, the distant sound of traffic, everything faded into a deafening silence. David was frozen, still on his knees, on the wet floor, staring up at her. Her words slammed into him, knocking the air from his lungs. It was like a switch had been flipped, a light turned on in a dark room. Suddenly, everything made sense. The lingering touches, the knowing smiles, the way she looked at him when she thought he wasn't watching. It wasn't just friendship. It wasn't sisterly affection. It was love. It had been love all along. He looked at Sarah, really looked at her, for the first time in what felt like forever. He saw the woman who had stood by him through his darkest days, the woman who loved his daughter as her own, the woman who was standing in his laundry room, her heart broken open because he had been too blind to see it. The exhaustion fell away, replaced by a dawning, overwhelming sense of clarity. How could he have been so stupid? How could he have missed something so beautiful, so real, that was right in front of him? Slowly, shakily, he got to his feet. He closed the distance between them in 2 short steps, his eyes never leaving hers. He reached out, his hand gently cupping her tear-stained cheek. His thumb wiped away a tear, his touch impossibly tender. "Sarah," he whispered, his own voice thick with emotion. He didn't have the words, not yet. But in that moment, in that one look, she saw it. The realization, the regret, and the beginning of something new. He leaned in, and as the scent of her lavender perfume filled his senses, he finally understood. He wasn't just looking at his best friend anymore. He was looking at his future. Thanks so much for watching this story unfold. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like, and consider subscribing for more emotional stories like this one. We'll see you in the next video.